Maybe you're no longer happy on your current career path. Perhaps you're feeling drawn to something new or something different. Whatever the reason you're considering making a career change, the thing of it is you've invested years, decades of your life into the career that you have presently. So the uncertainty for you is through the roof. In today's world, it's much more common for people to take on new challenges, to embrace new opportunities, and to change careers during their 40s, 50s, and 60s for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps you're bored and you're looking for a new challenge. Maybe you're looking for something more rewarding or fulfilling. Or perhaps you were laid off and now is just the right time. You're not the first career changer in this boat. Today I'm going to give you the tools to answer for yourself 3 questions all midlife professionals looking at making a career change need to ask themselves. And I will unpack 3 of the greatest fears midlife professionals face when making career changes. It's more common than you think that people in their midlife are reconsidering their career choices and entertaining significant changes. There was a time when you selected a career for life. You, like me, were educated to believe that we should get a good job with pensions and benefits and stability. We should move through the ranks and one day retire and then start to enjoy our lives. To be frank, those messages, well, they hold very little relevance in today's world. If you are seriously contemplating a career change in your midlife years, let me ask you a couple of questions. Before I move on to the questions, let me just add that this process is about you. It's about your journey. To get the most benefit out of this video and my prompts, I encourage you to move at your own pace. If you need to pause the video and think about the questions and draft and capture your responses in whatever way you see fit, well then do that. If you prefer to watch the entire video first and then go back and reflect on the prompts, then do that. Use this video in whatever way suits you. Career changes are a big deal and require careful consideration, so do that in whatever way fits for you best. One of the very first questions you need to reflect on is, why are you wanting to make a career change right now? Let's be honest. Are you sick of the boss? Are you sick of the environment or the people that you work with? The work culture overall? Or are you bored with the entire industry? Looking at more of a challenge or just for something different, that may be the motivating factor for you. Really understanding what is motivating you to make a career change is key. Understanding what you really want in your next career is fundamental in making a career change successful. Understanding what you struggle with presently is also essential in determining your next steps. So ask yourself, why are you wanting to make a career change? And as you reflect on that, in the comments below, let me know, why are you entertaining a career change in midlife? The second point you need to consider is, what career interests you the most? Do you have an old or new hobby that interests you and that you would like to pursue? What gets you excited when you think about it? What do you see yourself doing when you're daydreaming about a career change? For yourself, ask yourself what matters to you the most and what makes you the most happy. Your response will provide you with the direction needed to further determine your career change. After you've reflected upon the first 2 questions, the last question remains. Where do you start? That's the next thing for you to consider. So to make the most informed decision you can make, you need to do some research. Let's be frank. Any significant or substantial, sustainable change will not happen overnight. It's a journey, it's a process. So take the time right now to inventory both your hard skills, which are your professional knowledge and experiences, and your soft skills, which are your interpersonal skills. Determine what qualifications or credentials you will need in the career that you're hoping for, and then start making a plan to developing those credentials or skills. Think about, do you know anybody in the field or in the career that you want? Can you talk to them? Can you ask them about their professional experiences, just to make sure that your understanding of the role is indeed congruent with what actually happens in the role. Make sure that the reality meets your expectations. Think about the role itself and what you may want that to look like. Think about, do you want the 9-to-5 gig? Does that work for you? Or would you like to dip your toe into the water by doing some freelance work or some volunteer experience? Contemplate how you can start making connections in that arena. What does that look like for you? While we're entertaining big decisions, big life-changing moves, the conversation we often have ourselves can be self-defeating. And that conversation really breeds immense fear. When you're looking at making a significant career change in midlife, some of that conversation may be associated with asking yourself, how can I leave my current job? I've worked so hard and for so long. I have earned stability. Now, to meet my responsibilities, how can I just walk away from that? And that's a very valid point. But again, let's be frank. Change in any of its forms can be scary, especially if it comes to such a significant aspect of your life. Stability is great, especially if it allows you to meet your financial responsibilities and your family responsibilities, and it allows you to enjoy a certain standard of living. In response, though, I would ask you, are there ways that you can begin your career change that does not risk your current standard of living? Think outside of the box. What can you do right now to start dipping your toe into the water? Also, let me ask you, if we were to take that fear out of the equation, what would that look like? Now, we all know you can't have everything, but is the effort and work you need to invest in securing a new career change worth it to achieve a level of happiness that you desire? A solid plan can minimize the level of disruption you have to your present standard of living. It just will take some work. Ask yourself, is that work worth the happiness at the end of the journey? Another self-defeating question you may ask yourself is, what if I regret it? What if I'm wrong? Well, let's just put it on the table. You will inevitably make some mistakes in your career. Hey, just look back on the career that you have right now, and you will be able to identify, I'm sure, some mistakes that you've made along the road. That won't change. Any mistakes that you make are learning opportunities. The journey will reveal opportunities you probably didn't even think existed. So you may go through this journey and you may have an idea in mind as to where you want to be at the end of it. But no one can tell what the journey looks like. So you may see an opportunity that is more attractive to you that you will follow. You'll never know until you try. One of the last questions that I hear quite a bit from my clients is, no one's gonna want to hire somebody my age. Well, and although we all know ageism is illegal in the Western world, we all know too that it exists. But with a strategic plan, you can position yourself as the most qualified candidate for any position. First, focus on your diverse range of experiences. You already bring skills and professional experiences, workplace experience to the table, and reflect upon the transferable skills that you bring to the role that you're hoping for. You got to remember, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. You're living in a very exciting time, diverse as well, though. The messages that we learned as kids growing up about work and how to enter the workforce and how to exit the workforce really are no longer relevant in today's professional environments. We are tasked with unlearning all of that we have learned in order to grasp for something greater, to position ourselves to be happier with our overall lives than ever before. Anybody who is contemplating making a significant career change, I would say this: write your own story. Don't let the job market tell your tale for you. Put in the work, update your skills, highlight that which you already bring to the table, invest in you, and adopt a growth mindset. It's very daunting to start over. Hey, I get it. But you're not. As I noted before, you're starting from experience. Promote your strengths and leverage your established skills. Changing careers can be done in today's market, and you can do it. Of that, I have no doubt. There you have it, folks. If you are seriously contemplating a career change and you are in your middle years, consider these questions. Consider the fear that I have addressed, that I've debunked, and you will be well on your way to establishing and to making the career change that you so desire. Thanks for your time, everyone. If you found this video valuable, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, cheers, everyone.